months ago. So it's like,
Hallelujah.
come on, people do this. I'm gonna show you something though. Watch this. Everybody seeing that? Shit, I ain't even do that. Everybody seeing this in your skies now, all over the place. Look.
Okay.
Oh, it's such a
All
such a
right.
wee little thing, you know. Right. So let me ask you something. What would you think that is?
I truly don't have any idea.
I know, and everybody on the video says the same thing. Oh, what the hell? What
I
is
don't.
that?
Yeah.
And if you ask them, they say, "Oh no, we just had a SpaceX launch, you know, and we just went and we were just innocently doing this, that, and the third." And it's so crazy that you as a grown up listen to it. That ain't what they're doing. They're not doing no space and no look. That is them incarnating a hellish being from the inner earth. Ladies and gentlemen, they are losing power. What is happening is they are losing power. So they are incarnating a hellish being from the inner earth named Mac Schumann. Yeah, like the Schumann resonance. Okay. That's where that comes from. It don't come from some dude who found the Earth's resonance. You see how they always want to make a hunky-dory story about these evil things that these people do. They always got a hunky-dory story. Oh no, we were just frolicking, you know? Man, you believe that trash. We've been scrapping these people, and we know that you ain't frolicking, my man. You ain't frolicking, okay? You are incarnating Max Schumann, who is the twins, who they call the twins. But the king of the inner earth had something to say about that. See, that is who they call the dweller in the Emerald Tablet. You want to go look up the Emerald Tablet, the dweller? They talk about the dweller right away. They talk about the dweller right away in the Emerald Tablet. So we can actually get into some of that stuff tonight. You know, I'll bring some Emerald Tablets tonight. We'll do like just one and two or something. We'll do a couple tablets.
May I ask you a question, if you will?
Yeah.
May I ask you a question? And I don't want to go off the subject, but what do you think of the AI?
I don't think.
What is your opinion about the AI?
It isn't anything. It isn't anything. Have you seen what they do? Their Waymos got stuck when the strong wind came through the city, blew out some of the lights, and then the Waymos blocked all the traffic. They didn't even know where they were going. The little food delivery thing keeps getting stuck in the little medians. Like that's it's Temu. It's Temu. Even if it worked, it's Temu. And not to mention, yes, it's horrible. They literally, those self-driving cars are going to put people in danger in there. You got all kind of stuff, driving them somewhere else, pulling them all over. That stuff is Temu bullcrap. Them trying to act like you need to be doing that. It's trash. But not to mention, the sun. Like everybody, the sun is back. The sun is back. He will have something to say about that. That is our father, the black sun, right there. That's in the sky right now. Your grid is outdated. Your grid is outdated and not even the right kind of grid for the real technology for this planet. Like right now, they saying, oh, there's ships, right? They're saying like all this stuff is coming out with all of these different people saying that they have like in these different areas, Area 51s and all these different places saying that they have alien ships. If it's alien ships, then how could it be alien ships when it's on the planet? It ain't alien ships. You've been hiding the real technology that goes to this planet for thousands of years is what you've been doing. Wow. Yeah, that's what they've been doing. That's the real truth. This is the excrement of the real civilizations, and they're hiding the technology from those civilizations to subjugate you and make you pay to live on your own planet. That's what this is. You need to understand that. You need to understand that. Rosie. What's up, Rosie?
What is up?
What's up, man?
Nothing much, nothing much. I just wanted to raise like a key little like thing. You do realize that like the little hats started the slave trade. They owned the businesses. If you go and look at South Africa, at the apartheid system, back in the day, they were the ones that was helping the apartheid government at that point in time. They helped them create nuclear power stations. They helped them create nuclear weapons, all of that. And they stood with the apartheid system until the very last end, until 1994. That's a fact.
See, the thing is that's not completely true. Those people are slaves. Those are the slaves that were brought here. That's what you don't understand. The slaves are the Caucasian people. The Africans are the ones who brought those slaves around the globe. That's what you don't understand. That scam don't work over here, buddy. We know
they're the ones that sold them, absolutely. But if you go and look back in the day,
wait a second. We can have a conversation if you're not answering my question.
Yep.
You're saying that the Africans sold them.
No, the Africans sold their own African people.
No, that's not true. We're not African.
My boy, I live in South Africa. My father is African from Ghana.
Excuse me.
Okay, you trying to tell me what my
let me ask you a question. I'm going to ask you some questions then. Ma'am, let me deal with this dude. I appreciate you coming up.
Absolutely.
Not you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you as well.
All right. So you're saying that the so-called Black Americans are Africans?
We're not talking about Black Americans right now.
No, that's what we're talking about. That's what I'm talking
right
about.
now
That's
about
what I'm talking
Africans.
about. You're saying that we were brought here in a slave trade.
We go back. Hold up.
No, you're going to answer the questions. You're going to get out. No. You're trying to make a narrative. No, you're not going to just keep talking. I'm checking the first things you said. Okay?
I'm trying to create a timeline. Just give me
look, dude. You're not going to create no timelines in here. I'm asking you a question. You're going to answer it or you're going to leave. That's how that's going to go. You're not creating nothing here.
You're just talking a bunch of bullshit. Ask the question, man.
Exactly.
Ask the question.
I ask you a question and you don't want to answer. You're going to
okay, then go ask the question.
Bye. We don't need you here. You think that we need you here or something? I don't need you here. All right. So if you're not going to answer the questions, you can just leave. So I'm going to block you. So you need to know that. Like, I don't play. I'm going to ask you the one time, then I'm going to go ahead and leave. I'm going to kick you out. It's going to go like that. So I'm giving everybody the opportunity. You see what I'm saying? I'm giving everybody the opportunity, but you want to, you see, if you let them, they'll just keep rambling on and on and on and on and on. And next thing you know, they done spun a whole narrative in your live stream. We're not doing that. You're saying a whole lot of stuff that's not real. You're saying a whole lot of stuff that's not real. And you're regurgitating, you're parroting the things that they said in their histories. But I have documents to prove that they're the Caucasian slaves that were brought here by Africans. You see what I'm saying? That's a fact. Africans wasn't brought to the Americas and then started planting plants in the Americas. They don't even know what plants are poisonous and what plants are not poisonous. If I said plant a milkweed planting system, an African wouldn't know how to do that. And in Africa, the seasons are completely different. So the winter, when it's our summer, it's winter in Africa. So how would they even know when to plant the crops or anything? You don't make no sense. You're just making stuff up. And when you're going to say stuff like that, I'm going to stop you and we're going to unpack your lies right then and there. You're not just going to keep rambling on like all these other people just let you do. I'm not going to let you do that. We're going to have a conversation. You're going to start lying up here. I'm just going to fry you. And that's it. You see what I'm saying? We're going to have some major conversation about it. You're not just going to go off and start acting weird about it. No, you're not going to do that. We're having a conversation. He was like, "Oh, I just want to give me time to spin this narrative." No. You're not getting time to spin a narrative here. You sound ridiculous. You're not even Aboriginal to nothing. You shouldn't even be talking about somebody else's birthright. Okay. Africa doesn't have any mounds at all. None. You don't have no mounds. That's what I need to ask you. That's what I was trying to ask the man. How are the people brought from Africa? How are the people in the Americas brought from Africa when Africa don't have no mounds at all? And we're the mound builders. Explain it. You need to explain that, South African. You see, they don't know that fact. Nobody has ever said that to them in their life. They haven't never considered that there are no mounds in Africa. Not one mound, like Cahokia Mound, Serpent Mound, Effigy Mounds. You don't have none. You don't got none. That means our culture wasn't there in no ancient times. You're lying. In fact, Africa in 1850 only had 50 million people on it. In 1850, you had 50 million people on it. In the 1500s, you had maybe 1.5 million, something, maybe 2 million people on Africa, man. Wasn't nobody in no goddamn dusty Africa. Nomads walking up and through Africa. That's a fact. In 1850, there was 50 million people in Africa. (1850) Africa's population was 50 million. So how were people taken from Africa? Can you answer that? Now Africa's population is 1.373 billion, about 1.5 billion today. So how'd you go from 50 million people in Africa? Now you're building up Africa as they had these great empires and all of this, and look how many people are there, and it has the highest genetic diversity. In 1850, there was 50 million people there. It didn't have the highest genetic diversity in 1850. It does now because it's a dumping ground for you colonizers. That's the real truth about Africa. It's a dumping ground. It's a dumping ground for the dingbats because there's an ass for every seat. And literally, if they can trick you out your spot in the Americas, they're going to trick you out your spot, send you into Africa, and you're going to be a nomad out there. Like there's hundreds of millions of people in Africa literally are destitute, man. Talking about, y'all should come over to Africa. Why should I come to Africa when you're not even taking care of the people that's in Africa right now? So what you need me there for? Take care of them. Don't worry about me bringing some more people there. What's going on? Who we got right here? Eli the Happy. What up, buddy? Oh, you got to unmute yourself. There you
No, I really enjoy what you do, that we are the original AI, and that keep holding it, hold it, beat that gatekeeper, and do what you do. Stay strong. We are here with you, and we know the struggle is there, but we are the silent army standing behind you. So that's all.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much.
Yep. I'm gonna show them my royal qualities today. Don't you even worry. I'm gonna make it unequivocal who I am today, because I brought the receipts. I ain't playing with you. These people have stole the royal birthright, and you will pay. You will pay. You stole it from my own family and many others. But see, I represent those other families. And see, I'm going to come back and get it all. So, and I'll crown the rest of the people. I'll give them back their stuff. It ain't mine to keep. It ain't mine to get back or not. It's yours. So it ain't like it's, I ain't giving it. It's yours. But I'm certainly going to take that back. And they ain't stopping nothing. They're not stopping nothing. Oh, you're going to see. You're going to see. Now watch. I didn't do the zoom ins, but I'm gonna show you something today. I'm gonna let they little consciousness chill out, and we're gonna go through some stuff. I'm gonna show you that I am the real royal bloodline, and I've been prophesied from all the stuff from around the globe, and I'll show you all of it today. I'll show you some of it, not all of it, but some of it. You want to screenshot that 50 million Africans, John? Yeah, I got you. 50 million Africans. And they was going through diseases and everything. Same thing in Europe. In Europe, there was like 35 billion people. Now there's hundreds of millions, 700 million. Like y'all was going through bubonic plague. They called it the Black Death. You know what? We ain't had none of that in the Americas. Dingbats. Naka.
Peace, Earth. Peace, Earth. Love and blessing. I really appreciate you. I really learned so much from you. But
I don't like to be blessed, but I appreciate you though.
Bliss. Let me change
bless
that.
Me the blood light over someone.
I know. Let me change that. Bliss. I really appreciate your blessings. Yeah, I appreciate that. All right, Earth. Look at it this way. Why they don't return all of those artifacts that they stole? Why don't the collective of them say, listen, let's return these things to the peoples who they belong to? Why are we keeping them saying it's our heritage, our way of life, and we stole it? Why not return it back? Why they can't get together and say that?
See, the thing is you try and think for them, is you're gonna waste your mind. Because I'm gonna tell you something. They rather pass away than give you anything. You need to know that.
And they stole it? And
they rather pass away than give you a dime. So listen, our people sitting around with all this trash, oh yeah, they gotta do this and reparation, and we gotta get it back from them. They gotta look, brother. They rather pass away than give you a damn cent, a red cent. Wow. So you sitting there worried about how they thinking about it. You wasting your mind with it.
Appreciate you, Earth. You said it. You said it. They rather steal everything and keep everything for themselves.
Man, they rather straight up die than give you anything.
It's in your background right now. They're proclaiming to be the Indians, to be the original, and look at them. You could tell they Slavic. They don't come from about here. They don't come from these places. You get what I'm saying? And no one is thinking to America. North America, South America, Latin America, right? Just to say. So is Trump deporting people from one part of America to another part of America? That's what's going on? That's
because they don't have no unit. There ain't no unity amongst thieves. They're all thieves. You see what I'm saying? All of them, all up and down the lands. Venezuela to here. You see, to Argentina, to the tippy top of Greenland. They're all thieves, every one of them. And they all like this with their stuff. So listen, with our stuff. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So now, that's what I'm saying. They pot committed. They are pot committed. For people to think that they can turn around and just start giving you stuff out the pot, they're not. They're not, because they're going to lose their position, and they're because you got to understand that they're competing against each other too.
Yes.
You see, that's all they do. They don't never come to a civilization. They've never came to a civilization to where all of them can work together and then raise the frequency of the planet. They're not here to do that. That's why
Yes.
they going against each other too in the midst of trying to scam. They're just a bunch of scam artists that got it off, and everybody believed them. And now, they're getting pie in the face over it. But hey, we're here. We ain't got no pie on our face or on nowhere near us.
That's a
We
fact.
eat popcorn watching y'all get fried. That's what's
That's a,
happening. I mean,
that's a
every single
fact.
day,
That's a
something else is
fact.
crumbling on y'all.
That's a
Right?
fact. I agree.
Your arms is falling off. Your goddamn fingers is crumbling. Like your whole
Ooh.
thing is crumbling. You're like, right now, bro. Like there's nothing you can even do. Like you're hemorrhaging your own money. Can't even print it fast enough for you to spend it. Yeah,
And
because
you
you're in
also
a conflict. It's hard. It's horrible for your timeline. Our
and you
timeline is
also touched a
beautiful.
major point, Earth. You said the Jews and the indigenous, like so-called Indians, are the same people. That's what you were stating, right? We're talking about the original. The Jews and the Indians are the same people, right?
No. That's not what that says.
What
The American Indian went through hundreds of years of reclassification.
oh,
See?
that's us, right? That's black people,
The
right?
Native Americans never went through no reclassification.
Mm,
Never. When were Native Americans reclassified? See, that's why he
mm.
just left. Yeah, that's why Homeboy just left, because he didn't want to answer that question.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
right
we
there. He
went
just
through
came up there.
we went through a bunch of classifications. Is that what you're telling me? We went through all of the changes?
There was whole laws and everything. The Racial Integrity Act and all of that stuff is laws that were passed here against us as people.
Wow.
So
Mm-hmm.
yes, the laws show there were laws. It's in the law books. You see what I'm saying? So there's laws that were passed against us as people, as while we were called American Indian people. The Racial Integrity Act, try to say that we were African. They try to use that to try to say, oh, we have we're black, so we have African blood. They're making up that's how they start.
Everybody come from that one spot. How's that
Exactly.
possible? One spot?
Exactly.
And America, the land of Amaru, is older than their lands? Come on. Come on.
The Americas are older than Africa by 100 million years.
Jeez.
Literally. We came out the ocean 100 million years before Africa even comes out the ocean.
Wow. And yet they want to say all life started from over there. That's crazy.
They could never have no empires in Africa. There's no way you could have an empire when you only have 67 fresh drinking water rivers. What kind of emperor did you have?
I was just about to say that, because that's what you taught me from the
I
spring.
appreciate you coming up. I appreciate you. That's what I'm saying. You just talking while I'm talking. You just keep talking while I'm talking. You're not allowed to just keep doing that, cutting me off while I'm talking. People want to hear what I'm saying, my man. That's the whole point. Like, what the hell? 704 Juice. What's up, man?
Not much. I'm over here listening to what you're saying. And I had got into a debate with my people about my other TikTok friends about this. They still think we from Africa, this, that, the third. But they don't realize that we've been oppressed the whole time since we've been going to school. So
all you have to do is somebody say that is say how many mounds are in Africa, because the mound builders are the pyramid builders, like the effigy mound, serpent mound, Cahokia mound, these types of mounds. Okay, there are no mounds. We had 1 million mounds in just North America alone. 1 million.
Right.
There are none in Africa. None in the whole continent. The mound builders are the pyramid builders, are the free energy building builders, like Washington, D.C. There are no buildings like that in Africa either, like Washington, D.C., because you barely got water systems there. And the ones you do have are fresh drinking water rivers in the whole continent. And you got 1.5 billion people that those rivers have to service. They're polluted.
Right.
They're polluted. Period. And that's why. That's why. You don't have enough river systems. So how did you have an empire there? What kind of emperor did you have there? Because the emperors in the Americas commissioned these rivers to be made. 250,000 of them, while you have 67 in the whole continent of Africa. We have 250,000 fresh drinking water rivers in North America alone, 8,500 in Canada. South America has the largest fresh watershed on the planet. While you have 67 fresh drinking water rivers, they have 6,800 miles of fresh drinking water river in Africa. 6,800 miles. To our collective over 6 million. We have 6 million miles of fresh drinking water rivers in the Americas collectively. Over 6 million miles. They have 6,800. So that's the difference between $6,800 and $6 million. Okay?
Right,
It ain't no goddamn comparison. It ain't no goddamn comparison. And last time I checked, water is life. Anywhere you go in the universe. So what makes you think you're going to find a whole lot of life in a place that has the least water per capita? Come on, man. Come on, brother. How could you have an empire in a land that only has 67 fresh drinking water rivers? There's no way. There's no way. That means you can only have that many kingdoms there. 67 to our 250 thousands and thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions. You don't have that. You don't have it. As much as you try to make up an existence for Africa, just like you made up an existence for yourself, your story doesn't check out.
It doesn't make sense at all.
No, it doesn't. I mean, at all. So, I mean, it's kind of, I mean, for I mean, the enlightened people on the planet, people got a half a brain can understand that, you know, but they do understand that is what you need to know, that they're here to colonize you. You need to understand that they're professional destiny swappers and they want your destiny. They know that you have a profound destiny and that you ain't really caring about. See? You ain't doing nothing about it. A lot of these people out here ain't doing nothing about it. They can go all their royal bloodlines and they just following this corporation. Don't even give a damn about that birthright. So they're like, I'll step in and take your stuff because you don't care. And that's what they're doing. And I'm black. Look, brother, I'm black. I'm brown. I'm brown and black unity. Yes, brown and black. Yes, you're black and I'm brown. Man, look, if you're going with that nincompoop cave talk, that's on you. Don't come to me with it though. Man, what up?
Hey, I just want to say, man, I've been listening to you for a couple of months, man, and a number of love over here, man. That's what I want to say. Number of love, brother, from Washington State. Washington State, bro.
Shout out to Washington State. What's happening, man? Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all out there. Shout out to all the Amaru people out there in Washington State. What's happening? What's happening?
That's all I want to say. You have a good day, brother.
I appreciate you, brother. We ain't forget about y'all up there, Washington State. What's happening?
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Peace.
I'm gonna head out too. I ain't want to cut you off. You feel me? I got respect.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming up. Mm-hmm.
Nah, no problem.
Yes. You see right here. Yes, this is the real truth. And this is why these people don't have no documents to prove who they are. That's why I bring this right here. That's why I ask these hard questions right here. Because this is the real truth that people need to get to the bottom of. You see? This is a rhetorical question to the enlightened people. Like I told you. To the dingbats, you still try to act like you don't know what this is. But it don't matter. We don't care if you don't know. Ignorance is literally, it's not even ignorance. It's cognitive dissonance, is bliss out here. You can look what up. You can come on up. Yeah, you can look all the stuff I'm talking about up. You sure can. The stuff I'm about to go into, you can't look. You can only get right here. Yeah. Because I'm going to show you some things today. Put a 2 in the chat. You ain't never seen this right here. Let me see how long we've been on here. Let's just go get into it. This is what we're going to be about on an hour, right? Put a 2 in the chat if you ain't never seen this. Because I'm going to show you that I am the real royal bloodline. Yeah. As you can see here, this is called the Stone of Scones. This is what they stole from my family over there in Scotland. I'm going to show it to you. Now they sit on it to be coronated. These reptiles. Boy, that boy right there. Boy, you want boy. Mess you up real bad, man. Letting you know. Now do something about that. Pretend like you're the king over my bloodline. Pretend like you can come collect me. You Slavic king. You Slavic cave king. Act like you're the power over me. Act like you can, like you're the real royal bloodline over me, and try to act like you can come collect me or do something to me. See, because you stole that from over Scotland, but don't know it. It come from the Americas. That's what you didn't know. That's what you didn't know. Because you's a cave boy. You's a cave slave. This is a slave right here pretending to be a king. His family are slaves. They're not no kings. They don't got nothing to do with no kings. They're straight up slaves. Straight up. He comes from a whole long line of slaves. Yeah. Yes, and this is the Stone of Scones, and I'm going to get into it. As you can see right here, they stole this. They stole it from my family. As you can see right here, and look. In 1276, King Edward of England stole the stone from Scotland, as you can see right there, from the Dunbar family. And you're about to get it, my man. You're going to get it. I'll come back to come get my goddamn stone, and you're going to place it at my feet. That's what you're going to do. That's what's going to happen. As you can see right here, thief. Now you're sitting on here. Yes, this stone was also called the Stone of Jacob. Yes, or the Stone of Destiny, but not your destiny, boy, slave boy. Not your destiny, slave boy. My destiny. And I'll show you that destiny. As you can see here. Let's go up in here. I'm going to show you that it shows you getting collected on here. But I'm going to show you me on here. As you can see, look. You see the eye? I have the enhancements to this too here. The nose. You can see my mouth right here. You can see the side of my face. You can see my earring, my crown right here. Look. You can see my crown right there. You can see my hair and everything. My mom's face, you can see half of my mom's face right here. Here's her eye right there. Her nose, her top lip, piece of the lip, her bottom lip, and her side of her face. My son Alex right here. His eye, his other eye, his nose, and he's smiling right here because he sees our sky cousins. And our father comes back and all that. And you can see right here, my son Bear Dunbar. You can see his nose, his eye right here, his nose, and his mouth, and he's smiling also. And you see we're divinely protected. I'm going to show you the enhancements to that image. It shows just like that. Yeah. Showing that these Slavic people are not no. Yeah. Yeah. They're not the royal bloodlines, buddy. And it shows that I'm divinely protected. It shows that double barrel running down your back, boy. As you can see right here, you see that double barrel right there? You see that right there? And you see the eye, nose, you see the mouth. You see they send people to try to collect me right there. But you get collected, don't you, boy? You get collected, boy. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, exactly. Put an earth in the chat if you can see this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they get collected. I don't get collected. I ain't getting collected, buddy. You're going to get collected. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's a fact. I ain't done. I ain't done. That's just the stone of scones, homie. I'm in everything from around the globe, boy. I'm in everything from around the globe. Yeah. I am. I'm in this too right here. As you can see right here, this is the Great Sphinx of Giza. Put a 2 in the chat. You ain't never seen me translate this. I'm not going to do the full translation, but I will show you a few things in here. Okay. You're the only person in here that can't see it. So how come you're the only person that can't see it? I don't need you to understand this or anything. You're the old earth. You can leave. Straight up. And I'm going to show my people what the real truth is about all of this. Let's zoom in. They said that this was destroyed, but I'm telling you that this was made just like this. I'm the only person to ever translate this, and I'm going to show you that. Show you. I don't play. I don't just be making stuff up like these other people do. I'm going to show you what it is, boy. Play no games in here. As you can see right here, when we go into the chin, I'm going to warm your eyes up. You can see the eye, the other eye, the nose, top lip, crease in the lip, bottom lip, and the chin of the African with the war helmet on. You can't see that, then you just got a fried brain, homeboy. You see his arm is reaching out. He has a sword in it that's broken into a 1, 0, 5, 0. The Africans come on a boat and bring the Caucasians with them. Here is the enhancements to that image. Shows in the background the Caucasians being sick in the background, and Africans they had developed immunity resistance to malaria, but Caucasians never did. Caucasians never did. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it. Yeah, it's an old artifact, so it's going to be a little bit grainy, but you can still see what it's saying right there very clearly. That's why I made that, John, and there it is. Like, there's no way you can mistake that, and you can see that this is a whole boat they're coming on right here. These people are sick. Hey, yo, exactly. The real enlightened people don't need the enhancements. The real enlightened people see it. As soon as I show it, they're like, dang. The other people, I do the enhancements for the people who ain't far enough along on the walk. But as you can see here in the ear, you can see right here, it shows this language that we're speaking right now don't come from Caucasians, as you can see right here, because this artifact, this Sphinx, predates them coming out of caves. That's a fact. As you can see right here, it shows an eye right here, a long nose. You can see the mouth and the chin, and you can see the mohawk of this Slavic person. And it shows over top of them, it says L, capital I, A, R, S. Liars right there. And here is the enhancements to that image right there. As you can see right there, you see that? Yeah. It shows that these people is a bunch of liars, okay? In the Mirko language that they call English today, and said that they brought to the Americas. But I'm showing you, we brought this artifact and this language over to that side of the globe in way ancient times while you was in the damn caves, homie. Now Eric is mad because he can't do this. And this destroys his whole colonization on the Americas. Eric, you mad? Eric, you little Slavic slave, you mad slave boy? Mad slave boy, because I'm the royal prince of the Americas. I'm the real prince of the Americas. You wish you was that. That would go to your head. So it don't go to my head. I just keep doing the work. That would go to your head. You'll start going around and doing all that. Because you don't really have no royal qualities. You don't have a royal quality. Point blank, period. You don't have no royal qualities to do something like that right there. To translate the great Sphinx of Giza, one of the 7 wonders of the world. You don't have the abilities. Okay? You don't possess that, my man. Point blank. You don't possess the genetics to do it. You don't. As you can see right here, I'm going to show you why I possess the genetics to do it. You see the eye right here? See the other eye? You see the eyebrow? Yeah. See the nose? 2 nostrils? My mustache right there, the side of my face, my ear, and my hoodie. Just when you thought it was a game, I'm going to run this whole cycle down your back like hot butter fish grease, buddy. That's why I can come up here and show my royal qualities, because I've been prophesied to come do this from stones from around the globe, my man. I can show it. You can't do that right there. I can show that I'm the one who put that there. They thought that they knocked me off thousands of years ago, but I just left and went back to the inner earth till it was my time to come back and bring it. And that's what I'm doing right now. It's what I'm doing right now. It's what I'm doing right now, homie. I'm not going to play with you. I'm not here to play with you. I don't have no affiliations. I cannot be bartered with or part at, homeboy. I am the Jaguar for real. I can prove that too. This is the temple of the Jaguar, homie. The Tikal temple. My temple. That's a fact. What? I'm gonna take your moon. I'm gonna take your moon. I'll show you the document that shows me taking your moon. I'll show you that I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. If I was scared of the Saturn shapeshifters who make the moons out of the rings of Saturn, I wouldn't be doing this. They know who I am, and they know that I'm coming for them. The Pope and all of you, Bill Gates, who was also the Moor who led George Washington. They know I'm coming for them. They know I'm coming for them. The Pope is really a lady shapeshifter. She's a lady shapeshifter. Yeah, she is. You don't know that, but I do, and I can prove it right here on the live stream. You can't do that, and I can. So you can keep your mouth shut when I go to talking. As you can see right here, the Temple of the Jaguar, also known as the Tikal Temple, was built, they say, around 700. This is a lie. This was built thousands and thousands of years ago. You don't let colonizers come in the Americas and start dating things. You got to talk hundreds of thousands of years, okay, and millions when you talk the Americas. It's one of the most iconic structures at the ancient Maya city of Tikal in Guatemala. The temple is also known as the tomb of the Tikal ruler. All right? Really, homie. Really. You founded it, right? You founded it. Y'all's a game. The Tikal Temple is a designation given to one of the major structures at Tikal, one of the largest cities and archaeological sites of the pre-Columbian Maya civilization in Mesoamerica. It is located in Penin Basin region of northern Guatemala. It also is known as the Temple of the Great Jaguar because of the lintel that represents the king sitting. That represents the king sitting upon the jaguar throne. That's what this is. Okay. An alternative name of the temple of the alternative name is the temple of Cacao, after the ruler buried in the temple. So they they just start going on and making up their own stuff after a while. It's the Takao temple. So it shows that this is the royal bloodlines temple. And this is it right here. This is it right here. You see? But to have a full understanding of this, you need to go all the way to the top of this artifact right quick. Buddy. Go to the top of the artifact, and I got something for you, buddy. As you can see right there. Yeah. See that? Look. The eye. The other eye, the eyebrow, nose, mustache, salt and pepper beard. I'm always blowing the marmalade. There's a cigar, and I'm blowing out the smoke like I'm always doing up here. Here's my crown right here, buddy. You see the Nike swoosh in my crown? Because Nike was an Atlantean priestess. Her name means victory. And you don't think that that's me right there? Look. You see that chain with the medallion? That's my Earth medallion, dingbats out there. I'm not going to play with you. I am the great Jaguar. And you're going to get off my land, colonizers. I promise you. I promise you. And here's the enhancements to that image. You need that suit, and you're going to have it. You're going to have it. As you can see right there. I ain't here to play with you, boy. I ain't here to play with you, homie. You play with me, you're going to play in, not the trash, you're going to play in trash juice. You're going to be like, you're going to be playing in it like that, putting it on yourself. I am who I say I am. I'm written around the globe. I'm written around the globe. In Africa, in the Americas, all up and down the Americas. You're sitting on a stone that I'm written on. Everything. I'm written on a stone that you're sitting on to get coordinated on me. My whole family is. You in trouble. Yeah. There you are. See, to us, this is a very exciting time. To them, when they see that, it scares the shit out of them because they know that this shit's over, man. That shit's over. It's over. It's over. It shows that I hold the reptilian off. You see? You see the eye right here, the slit in the eye, the nose, the mouth, he's screaming, in his chin right here. You see his tooth and everything. You see, I hold the reptilian off with our technology. Yeah, this ain't no funny. This ain't funny at all to them. This ain't funny at all to them. Like that. So when they see that right there, they're like, "Yo, dude is for real the Jaguar, bro." And this is gonna get real bad. Yeah. It is. Yes. It's going to get bad, not just for you, but everybody who colonized my land here. Yeah, you better get the hell off the Americas immediately. I'm telling you right now. You might save yourself extra day or something. You're leaving. I don't care where you go. I don't care where you go on the planet. You're leaving. But you might save yourself a couple days or a week. Maybe. You might get the hell off my lands right now. right now. Right now. You don't listen, you're going to come up in front of me, and I'm going to be completely ferocious with you. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. You need to know that. You need to know it. I'm here to do my Father's business. And straight up. I know. Well, bring it. I need that. I need you to bring it. Yeah, that's what I need you to do. That's what I need you to do. Bring it. Bring it. Once you unlock that, though, you need to know that the first person at the door is the first person in the judgment and tribulation. So that's what I need you to do. Like, I need that whole scenario to happen. Yeah, you're going to see how ferocious this whole thing is. You're going to understand that you're surrounded. 3 different times you're surrounded. Maybe more than that by now. Yeah, you're surrounded a couple different times, man. So that's what you don't understand. And we know the cycle better than you. The people who are leading you only tell you a certain thing, only tell you a certain amount of things. They don't tell you everything. What's up, man? Dino, you're live.
Oh, okay, okay. Where you from, man?
I'm from Connecticut,
You from
but I
Connecticut?
live in the tri-state now.
Oh, okay, okay. I mean, I'm not following you, but you come up on my page all the time, so I'm just trying to figure out, I see where do you get all this information from?
From the sun.
Okay.
The sun is sending light codes here, plasma intelligence. If you're not picking it up, that means you're the old Earth. And that's okay, except for the old Earth is about to end.
Yeah, I think that's evident, We all feel that way, There's not too many people who don't really understand that, It's all
Well, I'm
revelation.
obviously the royal bloodline, so I pick that intelligence up and it teaches me, and I show it. I bring it to the people. I am the person that was prophesied to come here and bring this and enlighten the earth again. It's just a fact. I've been here and grew up amongst you. So I know who the problem is. That's how it was always supposed to happen. My last incarnation, they called me Thoth the Atlantean. This incarnation, I am Earth the Atlantean, Earth, or the Earth speaks, the son of the sun, the same being. I am not playing with these people. So
do you feel like we are reincarnated?
They know who I am. They know who I am.
Do you feel like we are reincarnated?
Everybody reincarnated, but the priesthood reincarnates with me. Like, the priesthood is in here with me right now.
Right.
The priesthood is in here with me right now, that incarnate with me from the inner earth. We don't experience the dark cycle like you people do. A lot of you people experience the dark cycle. You see, you'll pass away and then you'll incarnate again back into the light, and back into that dark cycle again. You just keep doing it for 24,000 years. We don't experience that. We go back to the inner earth because we know when the dark cycle is about to happen. So we leave, just like we know when the light cycle is about to happen, years ahead of time. So that's what we did. We went back to the inner earth and then waited for the light cycle to approach, and then we incarnated back to the earth, into our bodies here, into the families, into the royal families here that had been disenfranchised, and now we're bringing the light cycle. We found our purpose, found our soul's purpose, and we do it every time. We've never missed, ever. There's only one, we're unlocked from the time space of the planet. We don't have to keep incarnating here. You see? We're unlocked from it. We don't pass away. I don't never pass away. I never die. Death is afraid of me. That's what you need to understand. You understand that? That's a fact.
I'm more into not religion, but I am a follower of Christ, Yahshua. You know, I don't. So the things that you're saying to me, and to people, it really is not resonating in me, because it's like
I'm not just saying it. I'm showing it. I'm not just saying it. I'm showing it. It's in the ancient stone. See, because you're going off of some books, some stories. See, this tells the truth. And I'm showing my royal qualities. I'm proving it. You see, I don't just sit here with a book slamming it on a podium. I show the evidence of what I'm saying. I'm not just going off of a book. This is in a whole temple. Right there, you can see it from here. You can see it from here, literally. After I show you it in the temple, when I back it up, you can see the artifact. But see, the thing is some people, the sun don't want you to come to the light cycle. You're not necessary. So that's it. Like, you have some karmic debt or something that you did in your past that they see you as the weak and unworthy, and they don't want to give you this information.
You don't see the scriptures unfolding right before our eyes right now, right in front of us.
They wrote this stuff, man. They wrote about this. It talks about the same thing. This is where it comes from. What you don't understand is the scriptures were stolen from the Americas. You want me to prove that to you right now?
No, I know a lot of things were stolen out of, and put into the scriptures.
I'm going to show you that they were stolen from the Americas and put into these books, and then called something else, Yeshua, Yahweh, and all this other stuff. And I'll show you where they stole the actual stories, where they stole it from. Would you like to see them?
Yeah, I like to see it.
Okay, I'll show you. Let's test your knowledge a little bit. Not too hard, but I ain't gonna go too crazy on you. But let's test your knowledge about the biblical studies.
Okay.
Noah, right? Let's go to Noah, because it always goes back to him, right? It goes back to Ham, Shem, Japhet, and all this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. His sons, Noah's sons, right? Ham, Shem, Japhet, and all that stuff. So, Noah, right? When we talking about that and going Ham, Shem, Japhet, and all that, and everybody start talking about this other stuff, going into all this other stuff, they leave out a very important detail, my friend, and that is, what is that boat made out of? Do you know? What wood?
I really don't know exactly the wood that it was made out of, but
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna show you the document, and I'll show you the scientific from the scholars saying it. You want to see it?
Yeah, sure. For all who want to know, my name is Dino. It's pronounced Dino. What's up?
I got a lot of receipts, my brother. So just give me a second when I go to get them, okay? As you can see here, Noah.
Take your time. Man. Take your time.
Noah's Ark. As for Noah's Ark, Noah was commanded to build it of gopher wood.
Exactly.
The problem with locating the construction of the Ark in Asia is there is no gopher wood there. The only known gopher wood on Earth is found near Bristol. A story in the Orlando Sentinel, December 7th, 1952.
I don't know if it was gopher wood or.
Excuse me.
I'm listening.
A story in the Orlando Sentinel. This ain't the only document I'm gonna provide, my brother. So you don't need to cut me off while I'm reading. I'm gonna provide more documents than just this. I'm gonna show the substantiating evidence that shows that these stories were stolen from here and then written in the Yahshuas and Yahwehs and all this other trash. As you can see right here. A story in the Orlando Sentinel, December 7, 1952, quoted Dr. Lewis T. Nealon of the Forestry Department, University of Florida, has said the gopherwood in question is unique, not just indigenous to the Americas, it's unique to one stream on the globe. Unique. So far as is known, it grows only on the east banks of the Apalachicola River in a small area near Bristol. There are related species to be found in China, Northern California, but botanists know of no similar wood anywhere else around the world, my friend. None of that stuff could have happened over there. None of it. And none of that stuff could come from over there. These stories don't come from them. There is no Yahshua or Yahweh or none of that stuff. I'm going to show you where they stole that, the Hebrew Israelites wandering in the wilderness. How long did the Hebrew Israelites wander in the wilderness?
Where'd you get this page right here from? Because I'm reading.
You can see
I'm listening
Dr.
to
Lewis
T.
Nealon. You can go look up Dr. Lewis T. Nealon of the Forestry Department, University of Florida. I mean, it's very simple, brother. The provenance of the document's right there. I mean, so, okay, I'm going to ask you the question again. How long did the Hebrew Israelites wander in the wilderness? How many years?
It was supposed to be 40.
40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Look, they're trying to say that I'm spreading hate speech now. Will you report my stream, homie?
I mean, you got a diverse crowd right here, man. I'm looking at some of these comments, man, and got a lot of rude people. I don't know how you deal with them.
This dude is reporting the stream. I got.
Do an experiment to see if these genetic traits will pass on to the next generation, especially 7 generations. Remember, he just said 7. Somebody drop 7 in the chat. 7 generations. Every 7 generations. Yeah, 7 generations. I'm just telling you the truth over here. Every 7 generations, cousin. Yeah, 7. Yeah, every 7 generations. Can I tell y'all something about 7? Up there, I got a fact for you about 7. A fact about 7 that might blow your mind, and it's truth. I mean, you can look it up because we can argue if you want to, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you this fact because you showing me love, so I'm gonna show you some love. But a fact is, did you know every 7 years that your skin change? Did you know every 7 years your hair change, your hair texture change? Did you know every 7 years your bone structure changes? Your muscular structure changes. Your physical essence changes. Your blood changes. Every 7 years. Did you know that? Every 7 years, cousin, every 7 years. Did you know that? Every 7 years, honey, every 7 years, 7 years. It takes 7 years. Yeah, so you are the 7 generations. The 7 generations and the other 7 generations. How old are you? How many 7 generations? Do the math, cousin, do the math. Divide it by 7. Shit. what's that? The Habsburg dynasty. Come on, that's going back to. It's going.
No, but listen, I'm on German, right?
Yeah.
This is German. Look, this is all German monarchs. I'm going through the whole list of the whole monarchs of the world.
But remember,
it's explained.
The
it's
Germans,
breaking to dynasties.
But remember, the Germans and the Austrians came to get the reason.
Right.
Marie Antoinette, and George, which was Mozart. The reason they got married is because Marie Antoinette, which would be her. Marie Antoinette had to she's from an Austrian dynasty, right?
Mm-hmm.
And King George over here was from a German dynasty, which was the French dynasty, right? And the French, he was broke, right? Let's talk about it. He was broke, and she had money. Because he was a hut dweller. He was living in a hut. He ain't had no money for real, right? But she had some money. So he had married her for political reasons. You know what I'm saying? So when he married her for the political reasons, that's how he became a nobility. I mean, he had nobility, but ain't had no money. But she had the money because she was from the Austria Kingdom. So they brought the Austria Kingdom together with what is known as the German Kingdom over here. So they said that the Jews was German, right? And they said the Jews was Austrian. And then let's talk about one more thing before I be quiet. But didn't Tiamat, who was a lizard, because lizards got smooth skin. Am I right or wrong?
Mm-hmm.
So didn't Tiamat, which was a lizard, a serpent, didn't she marry a lyran?
Mm-hmm.
So a lyran would be furry, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we talking about a smooth person and a furry person coming together. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
So that's like the reptilian, because that's Tiamat. Who is Tiamat husband? I don't know his name. As a let me look it up because I know you got something to say. Hold on, let me look it up right quick. Because we unite in these dynasties, because this is the Star War that happened, right? Okay, so I'm looking up Tiamat's husband.
Well, what's the Star War? Are you talking about the Star of David War?
I mean, the war in heaven. Remember, it was a war in heaven first.
That stuff is similar.
Yeah, it say Tiamat's primary husband in Mesopotamia mythology is Absu or Abzu, a god of fresh water. Together they represent the union of salt and fresh water, creating the first generation of gods. After Asu is killed, Tiamat takes Kingu as a consort, appointing him leader of her army before her own death. So, okay, so it says that Tiamat and Apsu created the first god. So they had 7 children. That's back to the 7 again, right? But that's back to the 7 again because they had 7 children. So these are definitely our ancestors, right? Not only is these our ancestors, but they told us the truth. They just used these different images to confuse us. So this was the story of Beauty and the Beast. Come on. But go ahead. What you got? Can somebody throw a rose up on the screen? Is this making sense? Is this going back to the French Empire? Is this going back to the castles? Is this going back to the Haitian Empire? Is this telling you something about Tiamat and Apsu, and it's talking about the Sumerians and the Anunnakis, and is this connecting it? Just connecting some dots. Okay, yeah.
So then we was talking about the Habsburg.
Okay, the Habsburgs.
We was talking about that yesterday.
So that's her bloodline, right?
Yeah, that's Marie and all that.
Okay, the House of Habsburg.
Right, but that comes from, remember, Teresa, Mother Teresa. Remember we saw about yesterday, married to Teresa.
Okay.
That's the original. So I'm going to go down. The House of Habsburg, which is German, House of the Hawks Hill. That's what Habsburg means, House of the Hawks Hill. Also known as House of Austria. Okay.
So that's her bloodline because she come out the House of Austria.
Right.
Okay.
So then the house takes the name from Habsburg Castle, a fortress built in 1020 in present-day Switzerland.
Okay.
Now, if you know anything about Switzerland, it's where all the money in the world is at.
Okay.
The whole
Swiss
world.
accounts.
Swiss accounts. You can't get no money.
That's where the Sound of Music come from, right? The Sound of Music with the maidens and the virgins and come on. That was my favorite movie when I was little.
Right.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
If you know anything about science, Switzerland is also where CERN is at.
Okay. Come on, talk about it.
So
they speeding up time and slowing it down.
We have the home of music. This is where CERN
music
is
frequency.
Right. But hold on. Yeah. We have the House of Music.
And opera.
And we have the House of Money.
Okay. And the opera.
See, they tell us we was born into Egyptian blood magic through money magic.
Okay.
See, Switzerland is where all the money is at, the Swiss bank accounts.
Okay.
And whenever you want to hide money, they hide it overseas to Swiss bank accounts.
Right.
But the Swiss is who supply everybody in the world with the money. This is the house of the money.
Okay.
But it talks about the sacerdotal seat. Mother Teresa had the original sacerdotal seat. Which I'm saying Mother Teresa because her name was Teresa. You get what I'm saying? She was the first original Habsburg seat.
Okay.
Which so the castle is still in Switzerland now.
Okay.
And this is where they probably set up with the money and got the castle. Because remember, you can't rule unless you through the castle. I mean, the castle, the fortress, is who says who's king or queen. This is why they in England with Queen Elizabeth from the castle, which they call in Windsor Castle.
Right.
But all that's shut down right now. Just like Washington, D.C., it's shut down. Ain't nobody in the White House right now.
True.
But all these places is fictitious rulership. Remember they said ain't going to be no more schools, no more elections.
Because the contract with United States of America is up. It was only a 400-year contract.
Right, but not only that, 250 years, no country has went past 250 years with the rulership, ruling the world.
Right, and their birthday would be in July.
In July, which would be 4th of July.
Years.
Happy 4th of July, 250.
Yeah. Well, Rome fell 250 years ago.
Right, but 250 years ago, if you look, how long did it last? It lasted 250 years. Rome had the longest running empire before America did. 250 years. It said no kingdom has ruled for more than 250 years. Roman had the longest rule.
So we going into a reset.
Yeah.
Okay. And the reset is every 250 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we got George, which means earth worker. Okay, because we know the Australians was the Aboriginals. Am I right or wrong? And the Australians that was Aboriginals, they had the lemur or Neanderthal phenotypes. Like they was ape people, Planet of the Apes. Now the crazy thing, because Planet of the Apes is my shit. What's the leader name of Planet of the Apes?
Caesar.
Who?
Caesar.
Who?
Caesar.
Like a Roman emperor?
Yeah.
Wait, so just hypothetically speaking, what if the Planet of the Apes is wrong?
Hey.
Because I watched the movie and that shit was in San Francisco, where the cedar trees at.
Yeah.
Where we saying that London that in the first place, right? Okay. So, and Caesar and them was talking and shit, right? They was standing up, walking up, right? Did anybody see the Planet of the Apes? Drop a one in the chat. Anybody? Anybody ever seen the Planet of the Apes? Okay. Right. Did you do the thing? Yeah. I know. I know it's a lot. Okay. Gratitude, y'all. Gratitude. Okay, we tapping the screen. We getting the hearts up. If you could tap the daily heart box, can you tap the daily heart box? If you could share the live, can you share the live? I give gratitude. If you could do that, I give gratitude. Are you enjoying the content? Can somebody throw a GIF up on the screen if you are enjoying the content, honey? Am I teaching you something? Am I connecting some dots? Am I giving you some documentaries that you need to go watch? I hope I am. I hope I'm helping you to, a lot of this history that, books and stuff you got to read. You could just go watch the little movie and, put it together like that. Now, I'm giving you some real live gems over here. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, some gems. Am I giving you some gems? I'm not giving you some gems, honey. Gratitude for the gems. If you giving me gems because I'm giving you gems, I appreciate the reciprocity. I do. It's reciprocity, honey. Yeah, it's reciprocity. This is a gift. Yes, it's a gift. And I give gratitude because I'm gifting you, you gifting me. I feel like, I don't walk away feeling empty because I ain't pouring in the people that leave me empty. So I love that. Because I used to pour into people and walk away empty. And I used to be like, I hate this shit. But now I tell people, I use my communication skills. And I be like, you pouring into me and I'm pouring into you. This reciprocity. This is alignment with the universe. When you give something, you take something. You take something, you give something. So a lot of people are gaining gratitude, gaining this knowledge, and I'm gaining knowledge too. But it's a gift, and I give gratitude. I definitely do. I put my Cash App up there too. If anybody want to make any donations, I give gratitude. Okay, so I'm going to continue on telling you what I'm talking about. Okay. So we over here talking about Beauty and the Beast. So we talking about Tiamat and Apu, right? And we're also talking about how these are the Aborigines, the people of Australia, right? Yeah, the people of Australia. Remember the Arunta people? Remember we got to laugh about that and how these people was what you call the Olmec. I mean, they was Olmecs and they was stone builders and stuff like that. Yes, these people. Yes, these people. And they was Lemurians. So Lemurians mean, if you ever seen Madagascar? You ever seen Madagascar? Any of y'all ever seen Madagascar? Y'all might need to go hang out with y'all little niece or nephew, grandson, granddaughter, something like that. And little movie with the little penguins. Okay, well, them penguins is in a tropical state, if you remember. They was from not Antarctic, but Arctic, right? They were from at the bottom. They were from down here, which was really the top, because they got the shit backwards. But they were from the top down here, so They call it the down under. But them people that was living down in there, you know what I'm talking about? Okay. Them people down there that was living down there in them caves or whatever you want to call it, the cave people, whatever you want to call it. These people was Lemurians. Okay. The Lemurians, because they evolved from the Lemurian. You remember the Madagascar, the little leader of the monkeys was a Lemurian, and his name was Julian. Julian, honey, Julian. If you know anything about your what is it called? If you know anything about your astrology and what is it called? Mythology. Your Greek and Roman mythology. Who is the Roman god? I mean, who is the god of Roman Greek mythology? Remember I just said hypothetically, if Rome was where Caesar was ruler at, because remember Caesar from the little movie and he was a monkey. Remember that? Remember the little monkey dude from the movie? The ape. He was an ape man. Because they said the Anunnakis was using apes when they was creating people, right? Okay, so Caesar over here. Okay, so what is the name of the Roman guy? Jupiter? You said Jupiter? Oh, Julian, like Julius Caesar? Wait a damn minute. Julius Caesar. Wait, hold on, wait. Now, shit, wait. Julius Caesar. This is too much. Hold up, hold on. You said the little monkey. You said the little monkey from the Madagascar movie named Julian. Julian. Okay, then you said the dude from the Planet of the Apes movie name is Caesar. Okay. Cause I'm put that together like I'm slow or something, but Julian Caesar. Okay, wait a damn minute. Now, hold on. Wait. The Lemurians? Shit. Hey, cousin. Can somebody throw a roll? Am I cooking? Cousin? No, for real. Am I cooking, cousin? Because I don't know. Am I cooking? Okay, gratitude. Cousin said I'm cooking, cousin. Baby, people finna go watch Madagascar. People like that. I knew that. Look, man, let me go back and watch Madagascar. I know people is finna be watching Madagascar. I know, right? Yeah. And who? Alex. Wait a damn minute. I'm going to watch Madagascar. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch Madagascar. I'm finna get off of here and go watch Madagascar. But what was the lion name? Alex? Wait a damn minute. Like Alexander the Great? I'm going to watch Madagascar. I swear. Like, wait. In Madagascar? Wait, like I'm so glad I be studying, because when I study, I see shit differently. Like y'all probably just watch the movie and be entertained, but me on the other hand, honey, I be all just, I be thinking and stuff. I be having to pause it and look stuff up. My man be going for that north. I'll tell you that. I'ma tell you that. Uh-huh. Yeah, and where was he at, honey? You said he was in New York. You said Alex was performing in New York. Wait. You said he was performing? The lion was performing. That's what, wait. Hold on. You said the lion was performing. Like the lion. Because, damn it, we talking about Aslan. We talking about the Lion of Judah. We talking about Narnia. And you said the lion was performing? That's what you telling me, because you remember I told you I know about Noble Drew Ali being this lion tamer, and he was traveling around training lions in Tartaria. And in Tartaria, they had speaking lions. And these speaking lions had wings because they was cherubims. And they was mythical creatures and stuff. So you telling me that the Lion of Judah is a real thing? You telling me that because okay, wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Hold on one moment. I'm going to pause the screen. Just one moment.
They said nothing. They said 60 bucks.
Greetings.
These got cameras.
Okay, y'all. Okay, my bad. I'm back. I had to pause the laugh for a hot second, but I'm back. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Okay. Crazy work. Okay. So, okay. Um. Okay. There's a lot going on. I might have to take me a little break for real. Shoot. Okay, I might have to do that. But look, before I take my break, I do want to let y'all know that we are definitely going to be over on YouTube at Spiritual Situation. If you want to go give me a follow. We will be doing daddy issues. daddy issues and mommy issues, and we will be healing from mother and father issues. Okay, we gonna have different people on there giving different testimonies and different advice on how they healed and how they went through. It's something that we really need to talk about, right? Yes. So it's something that we really need to talk about in our communities. Why? Because a lot of us are suffering from this. A lot of us, some of us don't even know we suffering from it. Some of us are not even aware that that's what's happening to us. You feel me? But yes, so just want to put that out there. And yeah, so I'm going to take me a little break because there's a lot going on at the moment. I'm going to get it together and come back and we'll finish talking about this bloodline and our family and all this good stuff, dropping gems. Can somebody throw a rose up on the screen? Did I drop some gems today? Was it good content? Did you learn something thus far? I'm going to take and put this video up on the YouTube channel too, so you can watch the replay. But yeah, was this gems? Were there gems provided today, y'all? All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna talk to y'all beautiful souls real soon. All right, y'all. Peace. Gratitude.
So I was asking if how she
Google is
defined the terms.
free.
Or, understand that you don't have to use the same way Google. Anyways, let's just move on. Okay, so it sounds like you guys do agree
Google
with the
is
argument.
free.
It sounds like you guys do agree with the argument I gave for God's existence. So it concludes that God exists. So God
Oh
does
no,
exist.
I can tell you
But
how
that doesn't.
God doesn't
But that
exist.
doesn't conclude that God
Because
exists.
for one, the prompt is reasons why Christians
Hold on 1
need.
second. What I
Okay, go ahead.
described, sir, what I described is not the existence of God. What I just described was duality.
What does that have to do with the argument I gave? Because I provided an argument for why God does exist.
It
And
doesn't exist. It is no creator. There's
is
no
there
such thing
is
as
there a
creator.
specific premise you
Sir,
disagree with in my
your
argument?
God is a creator, and your God is a creation itself from man.
Get it or out of that ocean and have a mahi taco. Might be me. I might give me a taco. Yeah. Now you try and do this. What is this? You should have been in here. You would have knew, lady. But you're not in here because you're a colonizer. You think Jeebus is going to save you? Why ain't your Jeebus or your book tell you what that is? Why ain't you so knowledgeable? You wasn't allowed to ask your God that, right? Why your God didn't tell you?
Almost 6 in the morning, I guess. It's just a perfect cloud circle. What the heck is that?
No, this ain't no AI. This is all kinds of people. This is all kinds of people showing this. This ain't no AI, homie. All kinds of people is showing this stuff. That's them trying to incarnate a hellish being from the inner earth called Max Schumann. That's why they're tracking the Schumann resonance, and it's spiking because they're trying to get the perfect resonance to get him to the top of the surface of the earth, which they are not allowed to do. They are messing with portals in the inner earth. They are not supposed to touch, and because they know that they're surrounded right now, and there's no way out. There's no way out. So they're trying to incarnate Max Schumann, which is there's two beings in the inner earth. One is the dweller. If you want to go look up the Emerald Tablets, You can see it talks about the dweller. He is the king of the inner earth. He's condensed light, complete, like condensed light. You see what I'm saying? Like completely like black looking. But when he moves, you can see the ping, 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 ping of his light body. See what I'm saying? That's the dweller. It's fire, fire. Yeah. We've seen him in artifacts. I've shown him in many different artifacts. Yeah, I've shown him everybody. I've shown the sun, me, Zito Dust. I've showed everybody. Like for the people who don't can't understand, I can't see, I can't help you. I've shown every player in this whole chess match that they already lost. You see what I'm saying? I showed that they lost too. I showed that they already lost. And I show our future and I showed theirs, and they're passing away, and they're right now. It's not even a future anymore. It's the present, and they know it, and they're panicking. That's why you see Donald Trump staying up all night, tweeting stuff, because he knows he don't have that many days left. Sleep when you pass away, and then your soul is being dragged. You ain't gonna sleep no more. But your soul's gonna be getting dragged. There ain't gonna be no sleep. Ain't gonna be no sleep. He thinks he's gonna be able to go to sleep when he passes away. He's on like he thinks because his avatar looks like it's sleeping that he's passed that he's sleeping. No, no. Your soul is going to be dragged to the inner earth for eternity and tormented, my man. It's bad. You wanted to incarnate hellish beings from the inner earth, right? So that's right where you're going to go. You're going to go right in there with them, and they are going to, man, they're going to have it's like throwing a freaking chew toy in there with a whole bunch of freaking goddamn pit bulls, a whole thing of pit bulls. Like a new one every day, because they're going to rip you to shreds, and then the next day your body will be back together. The next day you'll pass away, and then your body will be back together. And then it'll happen again. Every day. Imagine that for a month. Then imagine that for 2 months. That happening every day to you for 2 months. A year. Thousands of years. That's what's going to happen to you. That's what's happening right now. That's going to happen. It's 1,000,000%, not just you, but all the people that were with you. They're gonna have a whole lot of new souls up in that dark realm of the inner earth. They're gonna be dogging y'all. Man, they love those souls, man, because they just dog you. They just literally You don't understand that that's a real thing. And it's when you shed your body right now, if you shedded it right now, you wouldn't know that you shed your body. You would be sitting here like this. Yeah, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know because you experience everything. You just don't realize that because you came into this body, but you experience it the same way. Your soul will be dragged. You just don't realize it, but you are. You don't realize that your soul didn't come here to come into this body to start calling people racist names and vote for a corporation to subjugate people and deport them, call them illegal, and ask people why why are you fishing here when you're not even indigenous to this land? You're not even from here. You know what I mean? Then you try to enforce things that you call in laws and it's not laws. You've overfished and over everything, and then you're the police though. You're the one policing the parks, but you're the one who tore down all the basically all the parks in the Americas. Like the ones that are left are like preserved because they have to be. You know what I mean? When this was all most people don't know that the redwoods in the Americas reached all the way to the East Coast. The oldest redwoods were on the East North America. They tore all that stuff down. We have 5% of them left in the West Coast. Literally, yo. You just don't realize how much destruction these people have committed here. And under the guise that they're an evangelical Christians, Mormons. Crazy. And they walk up to you with a, hi, yeah, no, I am the nicest person. Now. How could you ever? Why would you ever want to be like that with me? They do that whole thing like they didn't do all that. They don't remember. So they'll go on to the next thing, do some more stuff, and not remember that neither. Feel me? You must be stopped. You must be stopped because you don't even think you're doing anything wrong. You think the way that the earth is normal. No. What you have created here is the excrement of what the real civilizations actually look like on this planet. When the sun's not here, that's what it looks like. That's what your jaunt looks like. You're sitting at red lights. Okay, the wheel was made during the Stone Age, my man. You still ain't came off that wheel. You think innovations is they made another, and they said, oh, we got a new innovation. And I looked at it, and they said, it's a wheel that doesn't need air. Carbon fiber wheel. What? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna pull it up and let them say it. Watch this. What 111 on that? Look, 111 on that. Look. Carbon fiber wheel that doesn't need air.
So these are like talking us through. This is a new gen. How much? Pretty good price. Take a look at this car.
I got some new wheels. They have.
Those ain't there. The dude came out and was like,
airless tires is a total genius. They don't need to be inflated, and you'll never have to stress about blowouts ever again. Made from a combo of aluminum rims and high performance polyurethane elastomers. They look pretty much like regular tires at first glance, but they're.
you want to hear a song? When we keep playing that song, y'all want to hear that hunky dory song that he was singing?
Have no sidewalls and they're basically semi-hollow. Yet they still easily support the full weight of a car while also delivering us. Just don't face them at all. And here's the
Oh my goodness, man. This is so sad, man. It's so bad, man. This is what we dealing with out here, man. They will never come off that tire. You hear me? No. Okay. They think that they live in a civilization. They think that this is a civilization. Because they ain't never seen they don't know. They don't understand our technology. They don't understand it. They don't understand it, most of them. You see? And they know that we do way better than them. And they know it connects to us. And it's symbiote to us even, not to them. And that's why they keep the planet low. Because this planet got some beautiful tech, amazing tech. You're seeing some of it, like alien ships. We have alien ships, and if it's alien, what's it doing on planet Earth? Oh, we've had many alien ships here. We got crashed alien ships. So you need to get out of the way of humanity. You need to get out of the way of humanity. Straight up. You need to get out of the way of humanity. You are in the way of the growth of this planet. Frankly, all of you, Xi Jinping, Donald Trump, I keep forgetting, homeboy's forgettable, the power pig over there in North Korea, Iran, all of you, you're all in the way of humanity, of the growth of humanity. You're in the way. It's time for you to get about the way. You're in the way. You're all in the way. Kim Jong-un, you're in the way. Yeah, y'all in the way. All of you from around the globe. Straight up. I'm not here to do all this proper, stupid little hunky-dory speak that you do with each other. I'm not that person. And I'm never going to be like that with you. So you can forget that, toss that out right out the window. We're going to deal with the facts of what is happening and what ain't. You're not going to go around and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Why did you stop the growth of humanity? We want to know right now. Everybody wants to know, why did you stop the growth of humanity? Why? Why? Because you are weak? Tell them. Because you are insecure about yourself? What? Tell them. Because that's what you're going to have to do. You might as well check your own self out. Check your own self out, or I'm going to make you come up in front of everyone and tell them why you stopped the growth of humanity and made them pay you to live here. Who the hell are you? Who are you? We're gonna that question, you're gonna answer the question. Yeah, you are. You're gonna answer it. Yeah, you all are. You all are. And then when you're all done answering it, you're gonna walk that little John, walk yourself right into the river and pass away. And then we're gonna leave and let the rest of your people who helped you get to that point, propped you all up, y'all gonna go ahead and go through all of your stuff, and I'm gonna take my people and leave. Taking my people and leaving. You're gonna be wondering why I ain't saving you. I ain't here to save you. I tried to save you. I was here for you. I was here for years. You thought I was just a black man with a hoodie on. Now you found out that all the stuff I was saying is true, and now you want me saving you. No. You're gonna go with them. Y'all figure that out. I gotta go, and that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna happen just like that. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. I've been saying it for years. You said I was stupid and crazy. Okay, good. I don't look so stupid and crazy no more, do I? You look like the stupid and crazy one now. You look, I told you he was tricking you and taking your money. I told you. I said it all. I called it balls and strikes, and you still did it. What do you want me to do? Help you now? Come on. Why? So you can do it again? No. You have judgment. You have a karmic debt for you doing that. Whatever he did, you did. That means you did. That's what that means. Whatever Donald Trump is doing right now, that means anybody who voted for him or that corporation, even if you voted for Kamala, it was going to happen if she got into office too. Don't matter. It didn't matter. This was the route they would have, that as a corporation, they would have had to go, no matter what. It doesn't matter whoever, either one. Kamala would have faltered by now. That's why they put him in there. You know what I mean? She would have faltered and said something stupid. So that's why they just left him in there, because he got a poker face all the way to the end until he gets knocked off. Everybody knows he's lying, and he's just going to keep lying, sitting there lying. Even though he knows he looks like a big bat, he got to go up there. He has to. Even though he knows he looks foolish. And then he keeps saying the same thing over and 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 over. Keeps saying the same thing. He keeps saying the same thing over and over. It's horrible. It's hard. That's what it looks like out here. And on the inside of that whole little circus monster they created, that thing is imploding. It is hemorrhaging. It's on doing the Harlem Shake in there with no rhythm though. You're John. Why you doing the Harlem Shake? You done backed yourself into a place. You just dangling out in the thing. You just dangling out there. You're Britain done said, yo, man, you running the corporation. You already lost the plot. You lost the plot, right? The plot was we're the civilizers of the planet. We're the this, we're the that, we're the this, that, and the third. They just lying. You lying. You lying. You British people, you're of no consequence either. Your whole program, you want to try to come arrest me. Arrest me over it. The real royal bloodline. Come see if you could take me off the land. You a daisy if you do. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You a fake royal bloodline. So I dare the fake royal bloodline, calling themselves Charles and all of them, Charles and Britain and all of these fake royals. I dare you to come over to the real royal bloodline and try to do something to me. I dare you. I bet you don't go home that day. How much you want? How much you want to bet? You don't like that? Should be enough for me to be arrested. But you're a game. You're a game. And you get played. You see? You're no power here. You're no power here. Yeah, I dare you. I've been daring you for years. You said you was going to do something, but never did nothing. Then you try to send the Knights of Malta over here like they can't get drop kicked. What? Who are they? They're a bunch of Slavic people like walking around in robes, bro. Like this is crazy, bro. You're completely preposterous in everything you do, and I can't even fathom how anybody believed you're trash. You don't even look trustworthy. Like you don't look trustworthy at all. You look like you up to something. It looked like whatever somebody accused you of, you did it. You definitely did it, actually. That's who most of you look like. Yeah, exactly. When you get back to Mother Earth and you get back to the sun and our Father, the Sun, and everything, then you start seeing, yeah, they're the only ones that can stop these people. They're the only ones. There ain't no other ones. They're the only ones that can birth something here that can stop them. That can bring some balance to this whole thing. Because these reptiles is running rampant out here. Turn our beautiful ancient lands into a swamp. So yeah, straight up super villains out here. So of course, our mother and our father can birth some superheroes, real ones. And they got better gifts than the things you've seen in your Marvel comics. And you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out. We are unstoppable. You're gonna see it. These little people don't have nothing like that. They don't got nothing going on. The sun ain't gonna activate them into having all these gifts. That ain't gonna happen for them. You see what I'm saying? They don't have that. They try to use this rinky dink technology that's not even from this world. It's Timu re-engineered, you know what I mean? Timu engineered into their stuff to try to hurt you or do something to you. No, sober. You ain't doing nothing to nobody else. Straight up. You're going to let my people go. That's a fact. We're going to leave you right there. We're going to leave you. Leave you right to it, big guy. Yeah, I popped on here for a little bit extra just to, yeah. You thought that you was going to stop me from, because you reported the stream? It don't matter, dude. How many times my stream has been reported, or my stream has been taken down, or my stream has been all of this trash? Huh? How many more times you think you're going to be able to do that? Before the network is completely mine. The whole grid on the planet is my grid. And your network don't even work no more. How long? How long? So that's cool. I'm glad you did that. Did the John, whatever like that. I'm going to lock you completely out of my grid. So, yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. You couldn't do that to me because I just outsmart you. I just use my intelligence. So I'm way more intelligent than you. And I know what's going to happen before it happens. So I'm already prepared. I'm prepared to do it. And the things that come like that, try to sideswipe me, the sun takes care of it. Literally, the sun and the earth, they just take care of it. They turn it into a dark thing. Like, damn, you trying? And the sun and the earth be like, nah, don't just look, watch. Oh, nah. Keep your mouth shut, Earth speaks. Yeah, sometimes I gotta tell myself, yo, hush your mouth. Yeah. Yeah. They just take care of that thing just like that. Look, here you got right there. Look. You ain't gotta be angry. They can't do nothing to you. They can't do nothing. We're gonna turn it into the light, everything that happens. So I'm very appreciative, and I appreciate all the people who they rock with me for years. Before it was popular to do it. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you. Shout out to the people who spread the knowledge around the globe. Tell somebody else, man. Get them to do their fruits and flowers offerings. Bring them with you. You know what I mean? Shout out to the people, man. I gotta see people just bring people off the street. Like, yo, man, come on, you don't do this here. Come on, man. Don't do that blood sacrifice stuff no more. Don't do that. Come here. Do this here. Come over here and do it. You know? So I'm really appreciative, man, to see the consciousness grow, and we're seeing how that really gives us a very high magnetic attraction to the sun. Sun, like magnetism moves through us to the planet. You know what I mean? So all these other people are frightened of the solar winds and the solar plasma coming here, but we're very excited to receive it. Like there's two different Earths that's happening right now. See what I'm saying? The people who are frightened to see what's happening, and the people who are very excited to see all this stuff happen and know what it is. You say so? Then that's us. We're very excited to see the sun open all the way up. And if the sun opens all the way up, they're like, oh no. See, we're like, word. We need that. You know what I mean? That's our father. To them, that's a travesty to their grid and all that, because it shows that your grid wasn't never supposed to be there to begin with. If your grid goes down when the sun gets closer to the earth, that means your grid was never supposed to be there to begin with. It's a faulty grid. It was never supposed to be there, and you tore down the original real grid. Right. And the sun's the only being on the cosmos going to be doing that, can come around and bring real heaven here. You know what I mean? We don't possess the John. He got to upgrade our DNA. He got to do that. You feel me? And that's what part of getting the light codes are. He does it when he's supposed to do it. I don't really be arguing with all that. I just wait. and keep doing the work. Look, they don't like that I'll be doing this because the Jews and the Native Americans and the United States Corporation are the same people. And I explain these things on my live streams, and they try to collect me for doing it. You see, once the Knights of Malta seen that they couldn't get to me through the internet, they try to collect me physically. Yeah, they did. Yeah, a couple different times. But then they got collected. So now what? Now what? What happened to you? What happened to you guys? What happened to you? You went up against somebody who's promised tomorrow and you're not. Why would you be promised tomorrow? What have you done? You see, you haven't done anything for anyone. You don't even know how to be promised tomorrow. You have no idea. But then when you realize that is a thing, that is a real thing here, that there are people that are here on the planet today that are promised tomorrow, and most of you aren't. So promised by the sun and the earth themselves. So if you don't think that that's true, you go ahead and you test the theory out then. Because it's not you'll find out it's not a theory at all. It's the absolute truth about what happens here on the planet. It's truer than your next breath that you're going to take or not. Yeah. That's what you don't understand. You can't afford to be wrong about us. You've been wrong many times, and then your life just kept going. And then your corporation kept going, and colonization kept going like normal, like your grandpappy. You know what I mean? Oh, they've been saying that for years, you know? They've been saying it for years that this is going to happen. Not this time, buddy. Not this time, boy. My grandpappy was colonizing, and I'm a colonizer. No, you're not. You're not colonizing nothing else ever again. So we'll see. We'll see who's lying and who ain't. When this is all said and done, your tongue is going to confess it all. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. With that, I want to pay divine honors to the universe, divine honors to our Father, the Son. Let's go. Let's go to our Father, the Son. Let's go, Mama Earth. Divine honors to our ancestors. Divine honors to Mama Earth. Divine honors to our ancient lands of Tom Mary. You might know the Americas. Shout out to the people, man. Divine honors to the Americas, our ancient lands. I'm getting these people off of you. I know you tired of these people just like us. And I appreciate Tom Mary helping us get these invaders off the lands. I appreciate all the unseen energies and the seen energies that are helping us in the multiverse and the unseen realms. Get these people the hell off my land and our consciousness. You see, they're a parasite, and we recognize who the parasite is and what the parasite looks like, and we will remove it. Shout out to the people who help us do that, man. Shout out to the donators, gifters, and subscribers, people who help us bring this content to you on a day-to-day basis for years on end, and we're not done. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate that. I think everybody already knows that. That's why I go so hard up here. Thank you very much. Shout out to my moderators. Without them, we wouldn't have this stream, man. Yeah, we got the best moderators on the internet. It's a fact. Yeah, you're the parasite. You're the parasite, big guy. You don't bring nothing to the table of humanity, Donovan. What do your people bring to the table of humanity? Come up here. I'll spend some extra time if you're gonna come up here and speak for your people. Sure, tell us what your people bring to the table of humanity, besides hate groups and warmongering and poisoning food water, air, clothing, GMOing the food, bioengineering it. So tell me what your people bring here to add to the table of humanity. Come on. Bring it on up. Mexicans are Filipino people. You're a Filipino person. There's no such thing as a Mexican, Donovan. You're a Filipino. You're not no indigenous American. You're a liar. Okay? You're a liar. That's what you are. You're the people who culturally assume Mexicans were considered Caucasian people before 1930. You're Caucasian. Now you're indigenous now? What? Hilarious. Hilarious, buddy. I'm Aboriginal American. I'm the actual royal prince of the clans of the Americas. So I'm a royal bloodline from here. Dingbat. You don't know that because you're not from here and you're an invader and you're going to pay for what you did here. That's a fact. You're going to pay for what you did in the Americas. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You're racist against the Aboriginal American people. That's the real truth. You want to be the closest in proximity into Caucasian people. That's what you want to do. But you don't understand that in this time and space, that worked against you because that means you went into the cave bloodlines instead of upgrading yourself into the Atlantean bloodline. And that was your own abuelita was a dingbat, just like you are. So your abuelita was a dingbat. You come from a whole long line of dingbats. She should have got with that Atlantean that night and not the invader to the Americas. All right, Filipino. All right, Filipino. Period. All right, bumps. Yeah. What? You don't have a culture. He said against a white culture. What culture? Tell me your culture. Show me your culture. Come up here and tell us your culture. What culture? Tell me. I'd love to know this pretend culture you have. Bring it up here. Tell me. Tell me. What have you brought here? You're a slave from Europe. You're a peasant and a laborer. You don't bring no cultures here. What culture? Tell me. Right. See, when they say Caucasian culture, then you ask them what it is, they start stiffening up. They start getting stiff. They walk around, all Caucasian culture. What is Caucasian culture? Tell me. They don't know. They don't know what it is. They have no idea. Homeboy right now is breaking his brain to try to think of what they created. They didn't create shit. You didn't create nothing but hate groups. They didn't create nothing but they have 1,000 hate groups in the Americas. They create rage baiting. Their leader is out there rage baiting themselves. You're gonna make me stay on here for another hour? I'll go cook my stuff right here while I'm on the stream and keep talking. So you want to play with me? You're gonna poke the jaguar. I'm just gonna stay up here, keep frying you. You know, the more I speak up here, the more I do on these internet, on this joint right here, the more your stuff crumbles. You need to understand that my voice itself is a weapon. You need to understand that. And it's way better than any pew pew that you ever had or anything that you ever had. It affects things, especially in the ancient lands of the Americas, but definitely on the globe, for sure. That's why everything you have is crashing out. Everything you have.
Hello.
So we got somebody up here. What's going on? What's up?
I don't know. Your moderator keep trying to get me up here, so
Maybe she wants you to explain Caucasian culture to us.
Well, I had said in the chat that we're all mixed. Like, there's hardly anybody that's 100% any bloodline.
I'm Aboriginal American. My mom has Aboriginal American bloodline. She's an O blood type, and so does my dad. So I don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't matter about any of that right now. We're the Atlantean people. So
That's
you
just
can't
what
just
I
walk up
said
and
in
say
the
that about
chat.
people.
So
You're not allowed to just walk up and say that about people. You know, you don't know everybody.
maybe you
should
should
say
talk to your
broad statements.
moderator then.
No, you're
She
making
want me
broad
to come up
statements.
here and say what I had to say.
Well, go ahead, say what you got to
That's
say.
what
Go
I
ahead.
had to say.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean that's facts. Ain't nobody 100% nothing.
But see, that's the thing. You keep saying that we want to say that, but are you mixed with the Aboriginal American people?
Man, what? I mean, describe that. What is that?
The so-called
You're
Black
not
Americans,
100%
the
Aboriginal
American Indian,
anything. You're not
the American
100%
Indian that was.
Aboriginal anything. I can tell you're mixed up like what?
I can show my DNA on
You
both
are
sides.
mixed up like what?
His mother is
Boy,
white.
come on, stop tripping.
I know,
White mother.
I
Your
know.
mother
She
is
mad.
white.
She mad because
We
I can
want
prove
to
who I am,
know
and she
what
can't.
What?
She can't prove who she is. You see what I'm saying? It's a fact, and I can. I can prove who I am. I can prove that my mom has an ancient planter bloodline that was mixed out, but it doesn't mix the Aboriginal bloodline out of my mom's bloodline. My mom's bloodline does not go back to. What I mean by that is this: is there are Caucasian people today that look like they might be Caucasian, but their bloodline goes back to the Aboriginal clans in the Aboriginal bloodlines here. You see? So if you don't have that going on, you're just a Caucasian that goes all the way back to the caves. And that's what we're saying. You have a bloodline that goes back to the cave population. We don't have that. You're saying that I look light skinned and we're mixed in that way. And you don't understand there's you see what I'm saying? There's a nuance to what you're saying. You see? And that is the nuance. You, lady, have a bloodline that goes all the way back to the cave people. All the way back. That's why I asked you, do you have an Aboriginal bloodline? Because if you did, like, does your bloodline go back to the Aboriginal people? That's why I asked you that. You know what I mean? Because if it does, then nobody can say anything about that. We're gonna say something. Okay, you look Caucasian, but you got Aboriginal, like your pop got a Afro. You know what I mean? So that's not. Like, who gonna say something? Yes, you're Aboriginal American. Period. Like that's it. But if you don't have that going on, you just sitting up here acting like, oh, we're all mixed, and then you just sit here like, oh, you're mixed with something. You're mixed. Like, see, that's where they try to confuse everything. No, are you mixed with the Aboriginal Americans? Damn all that I'm mixed and everybody's mixed. Who did you mix with? You know what I mean? Like, exactly. You're right. And that's what they don't want to talk about that. And that's why they just crash out when you start, you know what I mean? They just try to colonize you, man. They're not really interested in doing anything else besides colonization. They do liquor shit, and that's what colonization is. You look African. That's colonization. Who we got right here? Who is like God? What's up, man?
So let me ask you something. Yeah. Are you a good person?
A what?
Are you a good person?
If I wasn't if I'm not a person.
Yes or
I'm
no? Yes or no?
Get out. I don't have to answer nothing about you, boy. I don't have. You think I have to answer your question?
But I love you.
Get out.
I love you.
I don't give a damn. I'm not attached to that either. I'm not attached to that either. Huh. Like, what? What? Who are you dissing? No. I'm not a person. You don't even know how to talk. You coming up here talking to me. Do you know what a person is? Go look up what a person means. You're a dingbat. You call them a person. You don't come up to me and call me a person. You don't even know how to talk. You don't know how to speak to me because you're a baby. You're a baby, literally. Literally. Don't even know what a person is, but walk up and call somebody that. You don't know what it is. I call them a person. I'm the real prince of the clans thing, Matt. So I can hear your frequency right away. That's why I just check your little jargon as soon as you come up here talking. Because you don't even know how to talk. But you want to come up here and make a point. No. Go learn how to speak, bro. Go learn how to speak. Go learn how to approach before you approach a grown man. Before you approach a grown man, go learn how to approach a grown man. Go learn how to do it. You know what I mean? Because you don't know how to do it. You're gonna get fried, and that's what happened. And I don't play with. I don't care who it is. You want to act like you love me? I don't love you. I don't care about that. It's not something I'm not. This is about what's necessary. We're talking about the health of the planet now. We ain't talking about, are you from the Americas, or are you from this, or you're a good person or not? Obviously I am, or I wouldn't be able to get all this profound information. Okay. I don't need to explain myself here to anyone. Okay. It's very obvious. It's observable reality by the things that I do every day. You see? I don't need to answer that question. Everybody in here knows. Everybody in here knows. So it's common knowledge on the planet today. So yeah, it is. Not a question that needs to be answered. That's rhetorical when you're talking about me. So yeah. Shout out to the people who came in today, man. Shout out to the people who like the stream to 192,000 likes. Really appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. They think that they want to play this, they come in with this way, and then if that don't work, they try to do, oh, I'm loving you. I'm a loving man. I love you. Man, get out my face, bro. Okay. You don't even know me. So how could you love me? You don't know me. Okay? You don't know nothing about me. Okay. If you did, you wouldn't be asking me the question you asked me in the beginning. Because if you knew me, you would salute me for real when you come up here. Not ask a nothing question. With that, peace to the Atlanteans.
You tell Abraham, to prove that he has faith in you to try and unalive his own son. What is up with all this brutality against children?
And Lot was considered a righteous man for offering his daughters to a mob of men who